Hello student, today I want to explain you some terminology related to the probability chapter. Generally it comes the problem faced by the student that they understand what is the method of finding the probability question, but the terms which we use in this chapter, generally students are not clear about those terms, but this chapter is very useful, and those who will opt the mathematics in class 11th and 12th and further also the use of the probability, it will help you definitely. So I am explaining you one by one all the terminology that we are using generally in this topic. So I hope you are clear what is the meaning of the probability. Probability we can understand, it is a concept. Probability is what? It is a concept of finding the certainty of the happening of some event. Means numerically we can calculate what is the degree of the certainty of happening some event. So in nutshell we can write, it is what? Numerically we can calculate the degree of certainty of happening some event. So see, this is in nutshell I have written. So generally you use this formula for finding the probability. We write this number of favorable outcomes and upon we say that it is total number of outcomes. So this fraction is called basically the numerical value of the certainty of the happening of that event. So favorable outcomes divided by the total number of outcomes. Outcomes are the results which we get during the experiment. So see, some terms we have even used here also, like what is event, what is outcomes, what is experiment. So these all are the terms which commonly we use in this chapter. So let us see, if I am talking about what is experiment, the meaning of the experiment you can understand like an event which we are conducting anywhere, but it will give you the same desired result. Like suppose if I am talking about the Ohm's law you are conducting in the physics laboratory, maybe you are conducting in your class, or maybe you will conduct that at your home, but you will get the same kind of the reading wherever you will conduct that experiment. So this kind of the work is called experiment. Then next term we use what is random experiment. So what is the meaning of random experiment? We'll have to understand the experiment which is before conducting the experiment you know what are the possible results we are going to get, but after all we are not certain that which result exactly going to turn up. So that kind of the experiments are called random experiment. If example I'll give you, see, suppose you have a coin, you have tossed the coin, you may get head, you may get tail, but we cannot predict in advance what face we are going to get up. So that kind of the experiments are called random experiment. Similarly, we are throwing a dice. Out of the 6 faces, one face definitely we are going to get. Out of the 6 faces, there are total 6 faces in a die, and out of these 6 faces, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, any one face definitely going to come on the top. But after all, before throwing the dice, we cannot predict which face is going to come on the top. So that is why these experiments are called random experiments and the fair experiments, we can say. After this experiment, whatever the result comes up, that is called fair selection. See, similarly, one most common word we use, that is called event. The meaning of the event you will understand with the help of this example. Suppose I have taken a dice again. I have taken a dice, I have thrown the dice, I got these faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of the 6, definitely some face will come up. So if I will take any number out of this, means this is a complete set of the outcomes. Out of this outcomes, if anyone, suppose I am saying there is an event E1 in which I am taking only 1. So this can be an event, because what I am asking the probability of getting 1. It will be represented like this. If you are asking an event, you can write even getting 1 on the top. Similarly, you can also write, like suppose you are talking about 2. So it may be like getting 2 on the top. So these all kind of the events are possible. There are many more events possible: getting even numbers, getting odd numbers, getting even prime numbers, getting numbers which are maybe less than 4. So like this, there are many events possible which we can even frame from this only. So like this, there are any experiment, if you will, random experiment if you will conduct, related to that, any subset of this is called the event. Then in events also further we can study. In events, if you will go further, there are some events, certain events you will find that we call them, these are sure events. What is the meaning of the sure event? If that event definitely will happen, so that you can call that is sure event. Like if I am taking the example of a tossing a coin, so you know that out of this 2 face, out of this sample space, if one time I have tossed a coin, you will definitely going to get either head or tail. So that kind of the experiment is called sure event. That event is called sure event. See now, one more example I can tell you. If suppose we have playing cards, you know the playing cards, there are total 52 playing cards. A deck of the 50 playing cards is having 52. And out of this, there are 2 types of the cards in color. I am saying either it is a black card or it will be a red card. So if I am talking to you, suppose out of this 52 cards, you can divide them now. It is like 26 cards are black and 26 are red. Suppose this red cards I have already taken out and I have kept somewhere else, and you have now all the cards are black. If I will ask, take out one card, what is the event? Is it a sure event of happening this card is a black card? So obviously, while we have all the cards black, so whatever the card you will take out, that is going to be black only. So that kind of the events are called sure event. At the same time, parallel to this, one event you will study, these all terms generally comes in this chapter, that is called impossible events. So see what is the meaning of the impossible event. Suppose in a question of the dice, I am asking to you, find the probability of getting 7. If it is a dice and I am asking to you, what is the probability of getting 7? So getting a event 7 is what? Impossible event. So if I will write E is equal to getting 7, that means I am talking about what? It is impossible event I am talking about, because we have only 1 to 6 numbers on the dice. So I hope you understand what is the meaning of the impossible event. Let us see further. If you will see further, like similarly, sure event, impossible event, and further we can one more that very important concept, like if there is some event like going on, maybe if I am talking to you about the event, then there is some event called complementary events. So what is the meaning of complementary event? See now, if suppose I am taking again the question of a dice, and the question is now I am asking to you, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Suppose that there is one event I have framed. It is what? Getting odd number. Getting odd numbers. One event I have taken, getting odd number. See how many odd numbers are there. It is 1, 3 and 5. There are total 3 odd numbers. If you will find the probability of getting odd numbers, you can easily calculate it is equal to 3 upon 6 means 1 upon 2. But at the same time, if I am saying not getting odd number, if I am saying not getting odd number, so that also you will represent like, you will represent the event it is not E, or you can also represent like E bar. So this is what? Not getting odd number. If we will not get odd number means what we will get? Definitely we will get even numbers. If we are finding the probability of an event not getting odd numbers, means indirectly we are finding the probability of getting even numbers. So this is also 3 upon 6 means 1 upon 2. So there is one most important result related to this. You will find event, and there is one event and its complementary event. If you will add, like from this only, this is the event and this is the complementary event. If you will add these two, you will certainly get 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 2, it is 1. So this is a theorem that event plus its complementary events probability is always equal to 1. So student, these are some terms which we can generally use in this topic. You must know. So I have discussed with you in this video. Let us see some theorem related to this. This is very, very important. You must have this also in your mind always. Related to the probability, some standard theorems, like we must be familiar, although we know this thing, like we know that probability of an event is always greater than equal 0, less than equal 1, and second, probability of the event plus probability of the not E is always equal to 1. So these two results generally you will have to use here in this chapter. So these two theorems also you will have to keep in your mind. On my channel you will keep on getting the latest videos related to the mathematics class 10th, 11th and the 12th. So subscribe my channel and share with your friend for getting the latest update. Thank you.